no-hitter June the 29th, 1990. If you have a sombrero, throw it to the sky.
2 balls and a strike to count on Taylor. Swing and a drive. Deep left field. This is way back. Walk him off. Chris Taylor. And quick strike 3. Dodgers have won it all in 2020.
We have Mookie Betts at shortstop, right? Now, is that the right thing to do? A lot of people might be thinking yes. And you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I was thinking the same thing. I thought, look, Mookie Betts, shortstop, it makes sense. Look, he's a multi-game player. Like he's a multi-positional player. He can do anything. He's Mookie freaking Betts. Marcus Lynn Betts. Mookie freaking Betts. That's who he is. But at some point, we have to understand. I picked, if this background is showing correctly, I'm having technical difficulties, the Mookie Betts and Gavin Lux background, because let's face it, I think the Gavin Lux project is a bust. I love and adore Gavin Lux. He's one of my all-time favorite, modern Dodgers. One of my all-time favorite modern Dodgers. But here's the thing. I think Doug McCain from Dodgers Nation is correct. I think moving Mookie Betts to shortstop in the middle of spring training, not that he couldn't adapt, but moving him to shorts and actually doing that was a big mistake. And I'll say why it's a big mistake, because I don't think it's a proper thing to do. I don't think it makes a lot of sense now. You're getting a lot of the offense from Betts, but you're not getting the defense. Like when he plays second base, Betts is awesome. Betts is about okay. He's better than okay. He's better than average. He's above average at shortstop. But here's the problem. I don't think it's the right move. Now, you guys might be thinking, okay, so what do you do? And the real question is, should Mookie Betts be moved from shortstop to the outfield? From shortstop? Well, there's a couple problems, right? First, I think if you move him to the outfield, sure, he's a outfield. He's a Gold Glover out there, but now brings the question of the problem of you leave a hole in the infield. Who's gonna be there in the infield? Okay, you have Rojas. Let's say you put Miguel Rojas at shortstop, which is his actual primary position. And then you keep Gavin Lux at second, right? Or someone. What your problem now is, let's say Miggy Rowe goes like 4 for 4 in a night. Or 5, he goes up 5 times, 5 for 5. What if the game goes that long? Even 2 for 3, 3 for 2, I don't know, whatever. Your problem right now is he's not going to perform every day like that. He has 450, 500, 600 plate appearances at bats, and he's not going to perform on offense like you want him to. So we're complaining right now because Betts is not defensively performing on defense at all. Well, not at all, but not as great. But we love we all obviously love his offense. And then we put Rojas there, Miggy Rowe. We put Miggy Rowe there, and then now there's a problem where he's not performing on offense. And Mookie Betts is out there in the outfield, in right field. So I don't think it works. Okay, now let's talk about the mixed bags at shortstop. Or you could leave Gavin Lux there at second and Betts at shortstop. But then let's talk about the outfield. You can put Teoscar Hernandez there. That's a guy that you trust every day. Teoscar Hernandez has kind of leveled out, kind of calmed down a little bit. Just a little. Right? He's calmed down a little, but his offense is still there, but his defense is elite. So then if you have Jason Hayward, Andy Pages, and James Paxton out there at center field, you at least have can one of those players get it going, get the bat going. James Paxton is not the James Paxton he was a year ago or 2 years ago when he went 4 for 4 in his first at bat, his first time as a Dodger, the first time ever that happened. 5 or whatever. He was the first Dodger to accomplish it. He's not the same guy as he was a year ago, as he was a rookie. Now he's not performing as he should be. But he's great at center field, you see? Same thing with Biggie Rowe. But the offense is just not there. It's not calibrated. They brought Andy Pages up because Chris Taylor ain't hitting. Max Muncy was okay. Austin Barnes was okay, which I haven't seen Barnes in forever. I think he's injured too. But, I mean, James Outman is not doing it. Now you have Pages. Pages is awesome, right? As I'm getting to, just had a distraction. Pages was brought up, and what did he do? He got a base hit in his first at-bat. And then what else? He's been awesome. I mean, you usually, especially that curveball, that fastball, that man can destroy it right away. Especially down and in. Sometimes even up and so, but down and in especially is what I've noticed. Okay, so, alright, now, who's gonna get their bat going? Jason Hayward was a platoon player, had 15 home runs. He hasn't really done it as much, although he came back from the back tightness, and he was awesome. Home run and hits. Okay, so now that's the center field problem. But then you have Chris Taylor, who is pretty good on defense, but he's one of the worst players in baseball right now. Gavin Lux has a negative WAR, so your offense is, you're not really looking for him on offense from him. Neither with Chris Taylor. So now the question is, who do you bring in? Do you bring in Miguel Vargas? Vargas has not been a good player. I just, he was okay last year, but he's a Dodger prospect, but I don't like Vargas as much. Like, yeah, he's a great player. I'll keep him in the Dodgers, but I'm not sure what should happen, right? And now you could say, okay, let's go trade. Let's go get a trade. Let's go get a piece. That's probably a thing they're going to take care of in the trade deadline, is maybe get a new pitcher like they got Lance Lynn last year, or they might go get an outfield piece, a right fielder, or someone in left field. They might go do that. Someone who can play both. There's a lot of guys that are gonna be available. They're gonna become available. All I know is this. I have to admit that I was wrong about Mookie Betts at shortstop. Sometimes you just can't expect a lot, especially because he's not getting any older. He's just not. I'm sorry. He's not getting any younger. Sorry. Oh man, he's not getting any younger. He's not. He's actually getting older. I know. You're like, what the hell is he talking about? That's good. But it's like Miguel Rojas. He's older. He's a veteran player. He's been with Miami for, I think, those 8 years or whatever. It's just not working out. And it makes me think, should they have brought back David Peralta? Should they have kept JD Martinez? Well, you can't keep JD Martinez when Shohei Ohtani's your designated hitter, right? But should they have kept David Peralta? Was it right to bring back Kike Hernandez, who also isn't performing? I don't know. I'm not happy with the Dodgers right now. And if you're asking, okay, what can the Dodgers do to improve the offense? I think you get all the players in the room and say, everyone needs to get their offense together. Something's got to happen. You need to work with our development coaches. Coaches, you need to get our players there, because we could replace you all in an instant. We're the Guggenheimer group, and we got to do it. They're not going to do that. The Dodgers are too soft of a team. What you do is you send them down to AAA, even AA. Send their asses down. Send them big boy asses down and say, you got to improve before you can come back into the major leagues. So that's honestly what I think has got to happen. And if it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you. I honestly don't. So we'll have to see what happens, but I don't know that moving Mookie Betts right now is a good idea. You could move, honestly, like you could move Rojas to shortstop which is exactly why you got him, because Gavin Lux was missing. You're not going to get the same offense. So in a dangerous situation where he's the 9-hitter and you got runners in scoring position and there's 2 out, yeah, not a good idea, right? But what else do you do? So it's a difficult position, but we'll have to see.